first Hawkeye practices been like so far?
I mean, they've been good. We got a good group of guys. They've been competitive every day. Everybody comes in. Nobody really likes to lose, and that just kind of makes it fun every day.
But coming here with Owen, how has that transition been, just having him here?
I mean, it's good because, I mean, you have somebody to look forward to talk to. Kind of, we're going through the same things as freshmen being at a Big Ten school, so we kind of get to share that, and it's nice to have somebody to go to every time.
What's it like making that transition to a Big Ten school? That's what everybody dreams about.
I mean, it's been awesome so far. Just the resources that you have, the people you have around you. We have a bunch of great coaches that have done great things. Everybody on this team wants to play at the next level, and we have a bunch of coaches that have done that. So to be able to have guys to talk to, it's been awesome.
Realizing it's months away, but do you see yourself and Freeman, maybe other freshmen, stepping in right away?
I mean, we got a good group of guys, so I mean, I don't know how that's going to be. We've all been having pretty good practices, so we'll kind of see when that time comes.
Brock, what parts of your game do you feel have really adjusted to the college level well so far?
I'd say just my basketball IQ. I've always kind of had that. The way I've played the game, I've always kind of played it right, played the point guard role, and that's really transitioned well to the college level, and then everything else is kind of coming along with that, so it's been nice to just kind of have that as I've moved to the Big Ten level.
How's that backcourt competition been with you, Josh, Tony, DeSante, those guys?
It's super fun. We have a bunch of guys that work hard, a bunch of competitive guys, so we come at it, we get after each other during practice. On the court, we're getting after each other. Off the court, we're close and kind of just hang out with each other, so that's been good so far.
Lodgy mentioned that the freshman class is kind of united so far as guys who are new to the program. What have you seen from Lodgy? Have you built any sort of connection with the other? Obviously, you played with Owen,
yeah.
But any sort of connection with Price or with
I mean,
Lodgy?
yeah, me and Price are roommates, so we kind of found stuff that we share in common off the court and on the court. Me and him both like to play fast, get shots up, so that's been going good on the court. And then Lodgy, I mean, he works hard every single day. I mean, he goes after, he gets every offensive rebound every time down the court. So just having somebody that plays that hard, we've been able to bond on the court, and that's transferred off the court as well.
I know this is maybe the less glamorous part of your athletic calendar, but what's kind of the biggest importance things right now to
I'd say the biggest thing, just we're fortunate as freshmen to have the overseas trip, so we get 10 practices, so we kind of get to put everything in now and kind of get that in the back of our heads. So when practice comes in the fall, we'll kind of have everything already put in, and then that'll be easier to transition once we get to the fall.
the timing of that trip for you and all the freshmen, how big is that to have just something to kind of get a taste before you get started?
I mean, it's awesome just because coming here, this is the first time that we haven't really had AAU basketball, so to have games to look forward to in August, that kind of makes the summer grind that much more fun, knowing that we have something to look forward to and games coming up here pretty soon.
When it comes to a guy like Tony, who's been doing it for a little while, is there anything in particular that you've learned from him in this short amount of time being on campus so far?
I mean, he teaches. He's kind of really stepped up in the leadership role. He said he was going to, and he really has, just in practices, talking to all the freshmen, kind of telling us where spots are going to be open, where we're going to get most of our looks, where we're going to get the ball, just kind of all that stuff. Just because he's played in the Big Ten for 3 years now, he kind of knows all that, all the little things, and it's been nice that he shared with us that so far.
Obviously, you have a coaching staff that can teach you some of those things, but how important is it to also have a player like Tony, who has been through it on the court himself, to tell you those things?
Tony, Patrick, Peyton, I mean, all of them. They've been around Big Ten basketball, and now they've played it for 2-3 years. So just kind of everything that they've learned, they've been giving that to us freshmen. Peyton's obviously has his brother Price, so he kind of knows that we don't know some of the things, so he's been really good with that as well.
Have you adjusted to the speed of the game up here just from playing at this level?
Yeah, I mean, the speed hasn't been I think kind of all the freshmen can speak. The speed hasn't been that. It's just really the strength. The strength's the biggest thing that we're in the weight room every day, kind of learning that aspect of the game. We got to be more physical. They let a lot of stuff go in the Big Ten, so just kind of learning that way to play is the biggest thing so far.
Brock, what's your biggest takeaway just from playing on a state championship basketball team, and how can that help you as you just try and find your footing here at Iowa?
I mean, I'd say me and Owen, every level we've played at so far, we've really won games, and now we're coming to a program that has maybe one of the winningest programs in the Big Ten. So to come here and already have a taste of what winning feels like, all the guys are kind of giving that to us now, and like this is what we do here, we win here as well. So kind of knowing that those are the expectations, those are the standards, and we have to keep that going.
Can you just take me back to when you were making that decision to come and play here? How much was How much were you guys talking to each other about playing for the same school? And can you just take me through that whole process?
I mean, as soon as he committed, he kind of was on me. I didn't even have an offer when he committed, and he was like, hey, if you get that offer, we have to go play together. And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever, not really thinking anything of it. Then I got the offer, and then just kind of everything that Iowa does, the way they play the game, the way everything goes, the way they coach, it's kind of what I wanted in a program and the way I approach the game. So I thought it was a perfect fit for me and for him.
Sure. You guys playing together, just the chemistry overall, how are you guys going to be able to, I guess, bring that to the Hawkeyes? Again, just trying to find your footing at a Big Ten school.
I mean, so far in practice, all the freshmen have been on the same team. Me and Owen have already kind of have that glue made, and then that's kind of brought Lodgy and Price together with us. We kind of brought them right along with us. We just, from the first practice, we all kind of glued together. We knew what each other brought to the table, and we've been bringing that out of each other, so it's been good so far.
Thanks, Brock. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
What does trust your work mean to you?
I'd say that's the biggest thing that I've kind of learned throughout my entire career playing basketball. If I'm going to put all these hours in the gym, there's no reason to go out there and trust it every single time. So I'm going to go out there. I'm not going to be scared. I'm just going to kind of trust what I put into the game and know that that's going to come back out for me.
There's been a little bit of video from the Iowa Athletic Department, and I think you got a couple snippets in there. What it looked like to me is that you just kind of approached the scrimmage part, fearless, head down, and not worry too much about the product, but you're going to work hard. Can you talk about that mentality at all?
I'd say that's just kind of who I am as a person. I've always known that I'm not going to be the biggest guy out there. I'm not going to be the strongest guy out there, but I know that I've worked harder than anybody else on the court. So that's just kind of in the back of my mind every time I go play. I've earned the right to make mistakes, go out there and play fearless, and I'm just going to kind of show that when I'm on the court.
Cool.